right? So if you want to learn how to mix quick and fast and consistently, you got to check out my free webinar down below. I'm going to teach you guys how to mix a song in only 30 minutes. Every song in 30 minutes. Yo. What's up, Diamond family? It's your man, Vivi, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I'm here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and mix your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Look, man, we got a really crazy video today. I'm going to show you guys the 3 reasons why your mix sucks. Just 3 quick things that you're probably doing wrong that you can fix and get your mix sounding better right away. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to have a 4th tip for you. All right, so let's jump right into it. I'm not going to overtalk it. We're working in our free template. If you don't have a free template or any template for recording in Logic or in Pro Tools, check out these templates, man. They're going to completely change the game for you. They'll completely change the way that you record, completely change the way that you sound, and really inspire you to make some great songs right away. So if you need that, check it out down below. Let's jump into the track. I'm gonna give you tip number 1 right now. Tip number 1 is that you are not using your meters. What does that mean, right? Using your meters means you don't know how loud your song is. You're only relying on your ears. And we need something with numbers, actual numbers, to tell us how loud our song actually is. So let's play back this track and let's see what our volume is.
But look like Iggy, play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. He got swept off his feet with a broom. Ain't popping no Molly, I'm popping extensions. He talking too much, he got sent to detention.
Perfect. So the song is nice and balanced. You see, there's nothing clipping. Our meters are coming through clean, and that's because we check the numbers. You can see we're peaking at -15. Well, actually, no, we're peaking at -10, which is our momentary loudness, which means that the loudest peak in the song is hitting at -10. The problem is that our average loudness is around -15, and we want to try to get maybe 5-6 more dB of volume out of that, which means we have to compress. So we wouldn't know any of this without using the meters, and the meters are the things that are really going to tell us the difference. Between how loud we think we are and how loud we actually are. So tip number 1, make sure you're using a meter. Ulean loudness meter is free, and it'll definitely get you exactly where you need to go right away. All right, bet. So tip number 2 is that you're not turning down the beat. Right? Instead of turning down the beat, you're trying to turn the vocal up to compete with the beat, and it's never going to work. Let me show you. So if we take the trim tool off of our beat channel, this is what we're using to turn the volume down, right? So let's hear it if we don't turn the beat down at all.
But look like Iggy, play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me.
Right? So the vocal gets completely lost. So let's go ahead and boost the vocal until it sounds right.
But look like Iggy, play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. He got swept off his feet with a broom.
Right, so we had to add about 7 dB of gain, but look at our meters. If we come down here to our master fader, clipping, everything's clipping now.
But look like Iggy, play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said.
And so just to get to that same place where we were at, we had to add so much more volume, add so much distortion, add so much unnecessary dirt to the track that we did not need. So how do we get that same volume without going crazy, boosting all these volumes on different tracks, right? Without trying to fight with the vocal to make sure that it'll be as loud as the beat. What do? The key is saturation, man. You have to saturate. So compression is really just another form of saturation. You're compressing the signal, but you're actually adding saturation. And compression and saturation is a great way to make things sound louder and also control them so they don't get too loud. And so let me show you what we would do. So we trimmed our beat back 7 dB, right? In order to get our whole track to sit better, to get a little bit louder, we need to compress it. So let's go ahead and grab a compressor. I'm going to grab the FG Mu compressor. It's one of my favorites. And we're just going to put it into mid-side mode. We're going to unlink the sides. And then the top channel now is going to control the middle. And the outer sides of the track are going to be controlled by this bottom row of controls. What I want to do is use a high-pass filter on both so that the 808 isn't triggering the compressor before I want it to, and I'm actually going to roll it up a lot higher on the sides than I am on the middle. All right, let's dial in some compression. I'm aiming for 3 dB of gain reduction.
Play with with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was.
So now, great, that did a lot for our compression. You see we're not peaking nearly as high. And so now when we go to add a clipper or a maximizer or even a limiter, we can get a lot more volume out of that without getting the distortion of it over compressing things. Here, I'll show you. Let me grab the FGX, which is my favorite mastering console. And it's really going to be like a 2 plug-in master. You'll just hear how great it's going to sound. We won't even mess with the compression side, just the leveler on this side, which is just a limiter.
Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. You got swiggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you.
And as you can see, we could probably push the volume some more, especially if we use the compressor and the FGX. But honestly, it sounds great. It sounds balanced and all that. And that's literally from just adding 2 plugins. So that's tip number 2, man. You're not turning down the beat. You're just trying to fight with it. You're not creating the balance that you need to create. The last tip I can give you guys for why your mixes are sounding trash, they suck, is because you're not panning. You got all your vocals, all your effects, everything running right down the middle, and it just makes the song boring and gets lost. I'm going to show you that right now. So we've got our ad-lib track actually panned out a little bit to the right. I'm going to have it run right down the middle. I'm not going to change the volume, the effects, or anything, and then I'll start to pan it to either side, and you'll just hear it come out much more, and it'll sit much better in the mix. So let's start right here.
Doing design with his ringing in houses, we climbing your chimney. I'm popular person, I'm starting to feel dizzy. Got hit in his shoulder, he dancing like Betty. With a double D cup, I hit.
Especially over here where the ad-libs get a little bit softer, you definitely lose them when they hit in the same space and time as the lead vocal. So let's pan it out a little bit and see if we can get it to sit a little better.
Feel dizzy, got hit in his shoulder, he dancing like Betty. With a double D cup, I hit trying to feel.
You see how we can hear the ad-libs more now without even having to turn them up? It's just giving them their own space. And we can do the same thing with our effects. We want to have our echoes kind of move from side to side. We want to have our, reverbs add some more space and dimension. And that's what's really going to fill out the left to right space of your mixes and make them sound a lot more full, a lot bigger, and a lot more powerful. All right, so that's 3 tips. I told you I had a 4th bonus tip for you guys, and it's this: you're mixing too long. Look, man, if you're spending more than 15 minutes mixing at a time without a break, you're probably messing something up. And when you come back to mix, you're gonna have to undo a lot of things that some decisions you made that weren't your best decisions because your ears were just used to hearing what you were hearing. So I say take a break every 15 minutes within your mixing. 2 to 3 minutes, listen to your reference, come back to your mix with fresh ears and reattack it, right? So if you want to learn how to mix quick and fast and consistently, you got to check out my free webinar down below. I'm going to teach you guys how to mix a song in only 30 minutes. Every song in 30 minutes. It's completely free, it's live, and I want you guys to check it out. The link's down below. Remember, man, I'm Vivi and I'm here for you. Stay humble and make diamonds only. Peace.
Like Betty with a double D cup, I hit drugs in her titties. Bitch, big butt, look like Iggy. Play with your life and get sent to the moon. I was standing outside, I was running with goose. Mama told me to stay in the house. I said, I see you soon. He got swept off his feet with a broom. Ain't popping no Molly, I'm popping extensions. He talking too much, he got sent to the